Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Katie Samuel, your favorite snow farmer. I want to discuss with you 6 things people from the diaspora who are looking at investing in Africa in terms of agriculture should be mindful of. This topic is important to be discussed because in the past, we had people in the diaspora, Africans living in the diaspora, thinking that the only thing they could invest in back home was sending a car home or sending some car spare parts back home. But now we see a different drift from all of that businesses, and now we find people living in the diaspora investing into our agribusiness sector. So these things are important for us to discuss. Please do click the subscribe button and make sure you have my notifications on so that anytime I post anything with regards to agribusiness, you get a notification. For the fact that we have a lot of investment coming from outside Africa into our agribusiness sector, it is important that we protect the investments of these people. So it is important that we have these conversations with regards to how they put their investment into the sector, how their general perspective about the sector will definitely affect the success of their investments. Of course, we also need to acknowledge the fact that there are systems that have been put in place that frustrate investors. The fact that we have bureaucracies, we have extortion that sometimes frustrates investors or people trying to invest money in the agricultural sector from the diaspora. Now, at the same time, we have about 6 things I think you should look at if you are going to be investing in this sector. The first one is please start small. Many a times when people decide to invest in the agricultural sector from the diaspora, it is often perceived that agriculture is something that does not recommend a lot of thought. It's something that is meant for the peasant, and all that it requires is money. No, it does not just require money, even though money is very important. But just like any other business, and in most of my trainings, I use the example of the times we spent at the bank. If, as a financial institution, we wanted to roll out a mobile application, right? We first test this mobile application on the internal stakeholders, which is we, the staff. We are made to download the mobile application, test it, and then we give feedback to management. Now, management might give itself about 2 months to make sure everything is in place, fixed, before they roll it out to the general public. It is the same thing in every business. Please, the fact that you have money and then the forex exchange helps you to have more money when you're in Africa does not mean that you have to put all of your investments into the farm the first month. You need to start from somewhere and grow the business. It is a business. See it as a business. Don't see it as something you're just throwing your money into because you have money. You start small, and starting small does not just have to do with the monetary aspect. It also has to do with labor, because a lot of people are not lucky with the right labor. You can imagine starting a business with $50,000 and which requires a lot of attention, and then in the first 2 months most of your workers decide to resign. How are you going to manage this business? It is important that you start small and then you grow. Starting small also includes even testing the sales, testing where you're going to be selling your produce or your products. So I meet a lot of people who, for the first time, they invest $50,000, $100,000. It does not work like that. If you do that, you're going to lose all of your investments. The second point is quite debatable. I'm saying, look out for partnerships. See, sometimes you are reached out to by some Ghanaians living in the diaspora. They want to come and invest back in Ghana, and they forget about the fact that they are not migrating back to Ghana. So you're putting your money into agriculture here in Ghana, and you will still be living and working in the US. So the reality on the ground is that you cannot entirely trust the people that are working for you. I've heard so many stories of people who put their money into agriculture in Africa and lost everything because they were not present here. So now when people put their money in agriculture from outside Africa, they are looking to also migrate and come stay at where the farm is. So if you're not willing to migrate, please partner. Please partner. It is better to own 10% of $1 billion business than to own 100% of a $1,000 farm or business. So please partner. Do not be greedy or selfish. I understand that sometimes there are issues with partnerships, but of course, the fact that there are accidents on the roads does not mean we're not going to keep driving, right? So please look at partnership opportunities. You can partner with other Africans or other Ghanaians that are here, but they're also putting in equity. Look out for people who are putting in equity in terms of maybe ideas or even monetary aspects. Look out for partnerships, because whilst you're not here, because these people have their equity in the business, they will make sure in your absence things will go well. But if you try to do everything on your own, most of the time you'll be taken advantage of because you're not present. Point number 3, don't employ a boss. Don't employ a boss. Many a times people bring in investment from outside Africa, again, think the money's there, so then this guy is a boss in, for instance, farming rabbits, and he already owns his business, and then you think you can employ him and let him quit his business and come and focus on yours as an employee. Most of the time it ends up being disastrous. It is better you rather partner with these people for them to bring their ideas on board than try to employ them, because they are their own boss and they are not ready to reduce their standards or submit to you, because they are their own boss. That's the reality. 2 captains cannot pilot a ship, so it does not work. In situations like that, they will stand up against you when they feel like they are submitting too much, because they are their own bosses. So let us be mindful of the people we put into the business. It is better to get people who you think they have no idea about the business, train them and let them manage the business. But do not employ a boss. Point number 4, please focus. Focus. So many people, after moving down to Africa, looking at investment opportunities, because before you even moved, you had decided on something you want to invest in before you moved. But the moment they get here, they listen to so many voices, so many people saying stuff. Oh, you can't make money in that. You can't make money in that. It's not true. And then at a point you lose focus and you realize that you're putting money into other things. And sometimes it feels like you are diversifying your portfolio, but it's not really diversifying. If you're really thinking deep into it, you are losing focus. Some people come into Africa maybe to farm maize, and then by the time they realize they are farming about 6 different things, or they have invested in 6 different businesses, and you realize that you cannot give attention to all these 6 businesses or ventures you have just started, and at the point in time you lose all your money. So please focus on one thing. When the business, after a while, after the piloting stage, you think it is not worth it, then you switch your investment into something else. That is why there's the need to start small at the piloting stage. Point number 5, always do your necessary research. Do the due diligence. Do not take information from one person and think that that is the holy grail. Make sure you do detailed information. Read books. Watch more videos, because I realized over a period that just as we have very good books, informative books, it's the same way we have very disturbing books that are meant to uneducate you. It's the same way even here on YouTube, there are videos here meant to uneducate you. It is information being spewed by people who have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, but they just love the attention and they love the other sides of their ranting and the money that comes through the rant. So it is important that you sieve out information. If Katie Samuel is giving you information and then you want to compare it with other people, you are free to do so. Compare the results of listening to other people. Try the thing yourself a little bit and then see whether you are well informed. Point number 6. Give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar. Do not try to cheat professionals or people who can help your business be successful. Pay them for their time. You know the value of time wherever you live. If it's in America, in Europe, you know the value of time. So when you find a professional or a consultant who you think can help your business to be successful, do not try to cheat them. It is very important because these people can help run your business down if you do not treat them well. I hope all of this makes sense to you. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel and so that you can get a lot of information, because I'm realistic. I say things as they are. I'm not going to hide the truth. So if you want more of this and more of truthful information, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and bye.